desk. Date April 9th, 1860, concerning a long time ago. Patient 06B, Miss in a long time, Goodman, gave patient stuffed bear admission from patient's doctor. Mrs. Goodman has been thoroughly reprimanded and was free from the children's ward until further notice. That's weird. Assholes. Alright, so let's see if this hallway brings any more surprises. Weird. So, if you haven't noticed, this is a horror game. I've played some other horror games that I plan on broadcasting. This is the first horror game that I have broadcasted. So right now we've got some ghost whispering at us and possibly threatening us. Probably threatening us. I mean, what fun is it if you're not being threatened? As you can see, we're out of glow sticks. Date June 7th, 1936. Or is it 86? 36. Okay, so I think I've been reading the 3s incorrectly for 8s. It's kind of hard to see when you're further away. June 7th, 1936, concerning patient 15. Patient age 7 years has been experiencing a fear of monsters in her room at night. A night shift nurse consoled the patient by reaffirming it was only in her imagination. The patient subsequently began exhibiting uncontrollable violence toward herself and staff members. Patient has been restrained and transported to solitary confinement. Well, that's going to be helpful. So she can pull her own hair out. Now there's music coming from this room.
What the? Hell? Can it be? I see you.
So this bear clearly holds some significance to the game. Alright. Is this the key? I don't know. It's just a dirty, creepy bathroom. You know, I would like to be food critic. I really would. I love food, and I love complimenting or discussing the taste of different foods. It's really something that interests me. The food, the culture, the way it's made. I suppose I'd have to get my degree in journalism before I could become a food critic, but I don't think so. You don't need a degree in journalism to be able to write. Yeah, it might be required for some jobs, but if the person at the job can recognize that you're better than people who have gone to college, you can write better, or better than they can, and tell a story better, that should overrule any degree.
What's that?
Honestly, if you're better than the people that went to college, ooh, that's creepy, then what does that say about what they learned in college? That clearly shows that they didn't learn shit in college, probably partied way too hard, and not up to par. Just a thought. I think that a lot of people can learn things without going to college. I feel like it's a scam to place people in debt. Once you're in debt, you're like a slave. You have to, and even if you can find a job in the degree you've earned, you're in debt to that person. Whoever loaned you the money, maybe Juan from China, you don't know. And you're forced to work until that debt is paid off. If you do not, it will go to collections. Your credit will be destroyed, which apparently means everything today. How you look on paper means more than who you actually are. And you could end up homeless. Worst case scenario. And I find it absolutely wrong and absurd. Oh, I'm going in circles. See, that's one thing. Okay, so we want to get to the room with the key. Stop looking at the bear. So we must go this way, which I thought I was doing this properly. Apparently I got caught up in my spiel about the college conspiracy. Then we take a right. Really not sure why she continues to look at that bear. Okay, maybe we found the key, maybe we didn't. I certainly hope so. Allura 1, video game 0. Glow stick, please. So as we can see, there's marks formulating on her arms. What is this, a jury panel? No, some old restaurant. Ooh, there's something back there. How do we get back there? Ooh, there's quite a bit of stuff here. Let's take a look. Attention all employees. Last night at approximately 7 o'clock p.m. the power went off to this section of the facility. Due to the unfortunate timing, we were unable to transfer a critical patient to the emergency department, and he passed away in transit in the hallway behind the records room. Security door. Wow, that's a run-on sentence. To avoid this type of tragedy in the future, the hospital has decided that non-maintenance staff should be aware that the security door will not operate when the power is out. You must reset the breaker before using the door. Please familiarize yourself with the power switch's location within the records room stacks management. Okay, so maybe we need to familiarize ourselves with the breaker. We shall see. We'll try to find it first. Mid-Island Hospital. Attention all employees. We understand that it is difficult to make it outside on your 10-minute breaks. However, just because the records room is large and has high ceilings does not mean you can move things about. Create a satellite break room for smoking. We have caught several staff members moving supply crates, stacking them precariously, and climbing them over to observe as a lookout. That's pretty smart. Be advised, this is not a gym. This is not gym equipment. Climbing on crates of medical supplies will not be tolerated. Management. Thank you. I'm not awesome. I just know how to read, but I appreciate that. Another awesome player just called me awesome, which makes me happy. This doesn't seem to be working yet. Are we allowed to look at it? Apparently not. So I think what we need to do is find the circuit breaker box that was specified in the first note we read. The records room is large, we know this, so this is going to take some wandering about. Yep, there's something behind there, and that's creepy. Incident report file. Date, May 1st, 1940, concerning Miss Daniels' suicide. Ooh. Miss Daniels was found dead in her staff quarters this morning. Okay, so this is a member of the staff. There was a suicide note indicating that she was extremely unhappy at work and in her personal life. Personnel on site state that she died from rapid blood loss caused by self-inflicted lacerations on her wrists. Her body was found sitting in a wheelchair. Pending a police investigation, Miss Daniels' body will be transported to the morgue. This is eerily similar to other instances. Thank you. So, is it helping that I'm reading the notes? I feel that the notes are a bit grainy on the screen, and I think that it's best if I read them so that everyone can kind of understand what's going on. I did turn down the music volume, the voice volume, and background volume so that my voice can be better heard. I have a very soft voice for the most part. Don't make me yell. Kipling citizens accused crime, 16-year-old girl, allowed to live, admits guilt, is condemned to hang, evil. Hospital open to deal with spread of disease. Okay. I'm guessing that those periods were to... Ooh, what? How is this?
Stop! Stop!
So much pain and suffering. And from those who seek only solace. What ails you, Sarah? Perhaps truth? Really pure, never simple.
No, probably the fact that we just saw a creepy guy and flames in this seemingly abandoned hallway. That's what ails us. Incident report file. Date March 3rd, 1938, concerning patient 90D. While on nightly rounds, Nurse Moriarty noticed patient 90D standing in his room in an agitated state. The nurse claimed the man was beating his face against mesh protecting the glass. She screamed for help, and by the time we arrived, the patient's face was completely covered in blood. And as he was raving about faces in the dark, the patient was quickly subdued and taken to the infirmary, where the attending physician reported he would likely lose both eyes. Patient did not seem to be bothered by this, recommending transfer to Dr. Mercer's care. It's alarming. Boss's dice. Incident report file. Date March 27th, 1931, concerning patient 90D. Psychiatric ward report. Patients have taken their pills and are all settled in after evening meals. Dyer refuses to check on patient 90D after the incident. He spat blood all over her and yelled some gibberish about casting a spell. Today is my first day observing patient 90D. He seemed high-strung and ready to snap, except towards Patrice. She is oddly special to him. Okay, Patrice. Special. Boxes with ropes can be moved. Okay, R2. Climb. I can climb over this box. Okay. And now where do I go? I've climbed over a box. And R2 and X. R2 and X. Alright, let's read the instructions again, Laura. Climb. What box has ropes? Glow stick, please. Alright, this box is shining for reasons I'm unsure of. So we climb this box, and I'm pressing R2 and X, but that doesn't seem to be doing anything. We can't climb over that box, so can we climb over this box? No. Very confusing. Pardon me. I'm just a little unsure of what the hell the game wants from me right now. There's no ropes attached to this box. But I need to get over here somehow. So how am I going to make that happen? Can we move this box? There we go. Okay. Climb this box. Climb. This box. Okay, so the ropes appear to be attached to the boxes, not over the boxes, not around the boxes. And now we have light at least.
Does being out of the dark make you feel better? Well, it shouldn't.
Yeah, it kinda does though. So these are the boxes we use to move. So I'm guessing we need to use this box for something. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Now we have a labyrinth to go through. An obstacle course, if you will. Now I'm not exactly sure what Sarah did to deserve this. I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, it's kind of creepy that there's a bunch of cribs everywhere. And that people put babies into the hospital. I mean... Date, September 8th, 1937, concerning patient 27C. Patient is physically healthy, but deteriorating mentally. He remains in a straitjacket under constant observation. That sounds like so much fun. Patient continually yells that the maze is never ending. Screams continue throughout all hours of the day and night, ranging from low, monotone chants to fevered, high-pitched howls. Electroshock therapy has been scheduled for tomorrow morning. I find it interesting. And, you know, in the early 1900s and late 1800s, these mental hospitals did exist. If you were in a straitjacket for 24 hours a day, you would lose your mind too. I know I would. Billy, I saw someone down in the boiler room tonight. Bastard made me nearly jump out of my skin. Ran off before I could get a good look at them, though nobody but me and Adam should be down there, so it is better not to be one of the orderlies. Scoping out a spot to put the moves on one of them nurses. Just make sure people are doing their job and not screwing around in my boiler room, George. Interesting. History of New Kipling. The Puritan Church of New Kipling pronounced that a dark time has engulfed the town, prompting some inhabitants to flee in fear for their lives. In order to keep local church and town elders instated mandatory church attendance laws. I was kicked out of Sunday school when I was 8 years old, I think, for asking about Jesus moving the rocks on Easter. And I tell you, the things that I saw while I was attending regular church masses at the Born Again Christian Church traumatized me. I was convinced I was going to hell for drinking like half a wine cooler when I was 11 and smoking a cigarette. Not even a whole cigarette. Totally thought I was going to hell. Ridiculous. No more glow sticks left. That's comforting.
What was that?
So, when this becomes scrambled, I'm assuming that demon is around. Get away from me. I want weapons. Patient record file, August 23rd, 1937, concerning patient 27C. Patient 27C suffers from an obsession with mazes. Compulsive behavior has driven him to draw mazes all over his cell. Having run out of space, Patient turned on himself, carving an elaborate maze into his own flesh, completely enveloping his chest, parts of his back, forearms, upper arms, and even upper thighs, and even parts of the buttocks and genitals. Patient restrained via straitjacket and placed in solitary confinement. Well, sounds like he needed some friends. I don't know how those marks got all over his back. That would be kind of hard to carve a maze into
Anybody
your
there?
back, if you ask me. But this is the video game. It's supposed to be fun. Stop being all logistical, Laura.
What was that sound?
Sticks. Now that I can't see a goddamn thing. Can I get a backpack upgrade for my glow sticks and shit? Is there another place here where glow sticks are available so I don't have to travel all the way back down? So I can't take any of these? History of New Kipling. The village of New Kipling traces its roots from the mid-1600s. The rich fishing source, along with easy access to trade routes, drew early settlers to the village. Makes sense?
I know there's somebody here.
Yes, we've established that, Sarah. What an astute observation you have made. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back shortly.